Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Blessed to be here. Welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at one of the most intense energy shifts of 2026. So as you know, we have two eclipses coming up. The first eclipse is on the 17th of February, which is an annual solar eclipse. And this year it's coinciding with the beginning of the year of the fire horse, which is a whole different story altogether, but this is incredibly powerful. And on March 3rd, my dears, we have the lunar eclipse, the total lunar eclipse, which is also going to affect your life. So in this reading, we're going to be finding out what this major, intense, beautiful power shift, energy shift of 2026 is going to bring into your life, what it's going to take out of your life, and how it's generally going to affect you. Now, I do have two options for today's reading. Option number one with an amethyst, option number two with clear quartz. See which one you're mostly drawn to, don't overthink it, and let's go ahead and get started. My amazing option number one, if you guys were drawn to the amethyst, hello, welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Which areas of your life is the eclipse season of 2026? It's going to affect the most. What is it going to bring? So right now I see a lot of you, you're in this energy of unknowing what the future holds, not understanding what's happening next. And of course, when we have a lot of clouds, this talks about not being able to see. However, what I'm seeing is, again, during this period of February 17th up to March the 3rd, there's going to be, again, more of this energy of feeling lost. And this is, I want to say, dark before the dawn, because afterwards comes a lot of clarity. However, during this time, when we have this corridor of the sun eclipse, of the solar eclipse and the moon eclipse, you are going to be re-evaluating quite a lot of things. So I will definitely expect a lot of difficult emotions to come up. I will definitely expect people from your past and from your present to do things, to say things, to make you question their role in your life. And then we have got the real promise. So I want to say this is definitely about the clarity. This is definitely about restructuring certain relationships in your life. Yes, so exes becoming exes, new people becoming either friends, either romantic interests. So there's something about releasing the change from the past. This is incredibly important, but it's going to be, like I said, intense. But you need that intensity to kind of bring you back to life. You need that intensity to wake you up. You need that intensity for you to create the wind of change that's going to make the clouds move. That's going to make the clouds leave your skies so that you can see clearly. You can see the blue sky. And I'm also seeing that for you, there's going to be some sort of promise that you make to yourself. And again, it has to do with honesty. It has to do with you facing your own limiting beliefs. It has to do with you facing your own coping mechanisms that you have adapted, that have become the norm of your life, that have become the part of your life. But you're going to see how they've been limiting you for such a long time. And it does feel like during this time, from, I want to say, March the 3rd onwards, you will see that people have become more direct, more clear with their intentions. This has a lot to do with your love life as well. This has a lot to do with other aspects of your life. But I do see something that has to do with you waking up to the reality of things and changing whatever needs to be changed in your reality. Not in the past, not in the present, not in the future, but in the present. And somebody comes in, like I said, with some sort of confession, with some sort of clarity. Yeah, for quite a few of you, I see, at the bottom of the deck, somebody who might have liked you for quite some time at work. Somebody with whom you might have worked in the past and now wants to reconnect. But actually, what they did is they were watching you for quite some time. And because their life was kind of all over the place as well, they couldn't make any promises. But here, what I'm seeing is that this person is going to come through with some sort of promise, some sort of desire to connect. Could be a strong Virgo energy. Another thing that's coming through is spontaneous decisions to either go visit somebody or to be visited by somebody else. So there's this energy of people who are meant to finally meeting, yeah? So somebody might have promised you to visit you, but they couldn't because of the money, because of the timing, because of work, because of whatever. And here comes this energy of real promise. So I want to say a lot of things that were making you feel uncertain, uneasy, because of not being given a certain date, a certain direction, a certain promise, becomes much more clear. Because here we have the real promise. Here we have this energy of finally making concrete plans. Yeah. For quite a few of you, this is also because of like all of the energy of releasing the past, because of all of the energy of clarity. This is going to be the time where a new love story begins, a romance begins. It's the energy of an opportunity where you will still be a little bit unsure, but because you gave yourself the real promise to try, to experiment, to go maybe into a little bit of an unknown, you're going to give it a try for a lot of you. For some of you sooner, for others of you later, but there's definitely this promise of love, of romance, where you're learning to trust yourself first and foremost, because here I'm seeing the wish is granted. The wish is granted. For some of you, what I'm seeing is you're packing your bags and you're saying, sayonara, baby, I'm out of here, right? Because I do have a lot of energies that talk about travel, not necessarily relocation. For some of you, this could be relocation. But they're telling me that you're trusting yourself that what you want, or you think you want, might not always be what you need. And that might have been the reason for all of that confusion. Because you think you might have a certain type, you think you might have a certain idea of how you're going to get to love, success, happiness. But here, they're saying, look, there's a deeper part of you, a part of you to which you're going to make this real promise, to try to live differently. And this part of you is going to guide you. This part of you is going to maybe detour you to different cities, different places, different types of people, different career options, maybe even, different diet, different self-care routine. But it comes from a place of love, and it leads to love. And it's very interesting over here. But the wish is being granted over here. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. And the reason why you might have not seen it is because you've been limited to a little, because here we have the oceans of possibilities. But you might have thought that you only have a little puddle of possibilities. And how can you put a beautiful yacht in a puddle? You can't. Boats, yachts, big cruise ships, they need oceans, they need seas, they need, a lot of water. And this is what you're giving yourself with that real promise. You're giving yourself the freedom to explore, and you're giving yourself the internal support you need in times when you don't know where the hell you're going. And this is, like I said, what that beautiful energy of the solar season is going to wake up within you. And it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let's talk to the Moonology deck. Be bold and make the first move. A fiery climax approaches. So, because we will have that solar eclipse on the Aquarius Leo axis, I want to see if these two are going to come through. Some of you guys could be Gemini, some of you Aries, some of you Tauruses. Conclusions are within reach. And here we have the Aquarius. Good. Look, it's all about love. I was looking for either Leo or I was looking either for an Aquarius to bring a specific message to you. Because this solar eclipse is going to be very powerful for you. It's going to be powerful, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's as if it's the final stage of you rebirthing, shedding your skin. So expect there to be emotions, expect there to even be certain conflicts with certain people, especially those from whom you are tired of waiting for some sort of answer or clarity. And here you might initiate contact. You might have been waiting for somebody to contact you. You might have been asking the cards whether there is going to be contact, and the cards were telling you yes, but the person wasn't contacting you. And maybe you're going to decide that you need this clarity so much that you are going to go and get it. You are going to contact the person. You are going to ask the questions that keep on going round and round in your mind. Maybe you didn't think this is what you wanted. Of course. Of course you wanted the person to reach out to you. But here, they're saying be bold and make the first move. And who gives a shit what they're going to think? It's for you. It's for your peace of mind. Because your conclusions over here are within reach. And the answers that you need are coming. But you might be the one who, out of love for yourself, will have to go and get those answers. And another important thing that I want to say over here, my amazing option number 1, is that when we're talking about the new moon, when we're talking about that period from the 3rd March onwards, you will have, in one way or another, ability to save more. You will have maybe a little bit extra on the side. Somebody gives you the money back. You get a particular discount. There's something about being able to accumulate prosperity. There's something about being able to, again, take an opportunity that might seem weird or uncomfortable in order to get more money, because here we have prosperity lies ahead. And that prosperity is once again very much dependent on you treating yourself with love. Not working because you feel the struggle, not working or doing something else because you feel like you have to, but because you want to give yourself this better financial stability. And you see, especially if you have Taurus in your energy, in your chart present, you know you can be very, very stubborn. You know you can be incredibly determined. But only from a place of self-love. Because when you're doing it from a place of shade, of the shadow aspect, you're doing it as if to overcome yourself, as if to push yourself. But if you're doing it from a place of love, you're not working harder, you're working smarter. And there might be some sort of change in the workflow. You know, it could be software, it could be the way that you do things, it could be the timing that's going to piss you off. Because let's be completely honest with one another. Sometimes it can be a little bit or incredibly difficult to even change the workflow, to have to learn a new process when the old one seems to be working. So it's this energy where the stubbornness is not standing in the way of your ambition. Because especially Tauruses, they can be very stubborn. Oh, it is what it is. It's a gift and a curse. But definitely a lot of communication, definitely this energy of getting your answers through people for the most part. And let me see one more card for you. Yeah, we have the new moon, a new start is coming, look. A new start is coming. Like I mentioned before, for the majority of you, it has a lot to do with love. It has a lot to do with the way that you think. It has a lot to do with the clarity. And it has a lot to do with the real promise that you're going to make yourself. And that you're going to hear and see from other people. And that cloud of unknowing, although sometimes comfortable, becomes this energy of a real promise to yourself. And becomes you being more open to the things you didn't even think you might need. But the outcome is going to surprise you. And as a matter of fact, this is, like I said, a part of you that wants you to trust yourself. Okay, my amazing option number one. And that's what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. In that same place, you'll find the links to my Patreon page with over 250 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. My amazing option number two. Hi and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you're drawn to the clear chords, get comfy. Let's go ahead and get started. So, like I was saying, the most intense shift of 2026. How is this going to affect your life? How it's going to go for you? What is it bringing into your life? What is it taking out of your life? I feel like some of you, you're clinging on to something so strongly. You're clinging on. Okay. The Grove of Unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony among all beings. Wow. This is such a beautiful card. So what brings this energy of unity? What brings this energy of amazing connections, communications that come through easily? I'm even lost for words over here because this is the way that you guys are going to feel. Especially those of you who have been by themselves for a very long time, felt like you're not understood. You're getting massive support. It's very interesting. It's like, you are a palm tree and you were trying to connect with Christmas trees. Both are beautiful, but very different. Different climates, different needs, different heights, different structure. This is incredible because here what I'm seeing is that this particular shift brings in the energy of your soul family, brings in the energy of the other palm trees or the other Christmas trees or the other whatever tree you want to associate with. Do you see what I mean? You are going to stop trying to fit into communities, into places that don't work for you. And I see for a lot of you, you've been thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? Or you've been getting very drained by ending up in toxic situations, by trying to survive in the climate that you're not built for. Some people deal with stress well. They do. For others, it's destructive. But it's as if people who deal with stress well have been telling you, oh, whatever, you get over it. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, whatever. But the truth is that's not always the case. What doesn't kill us takes away our peace of mind, takes away our energy, takes away our belief in humanity, so on and so forth, and gives us trauma. So it's this energy. Why would you constantly put yourself through this? And I feel like there's this energy of an orphan, of a person who feels like they were never really, truly, deeply understood. And this particular shift, the year of the fire horse, which, my darlings, we have the solar eclipse on the 17th, as was saying in the intro, and we have the Chinese New Year, the full-blown energy of the fire horse happening on the same day. Now imagine those powerful energy. Imagine. Now I want to say, and this is not to stroke your ego, my darlings, but this is simply to state the facts. You are much more aware than other people, than a lot of other people. Of course, there's somebody who's smarter than you are, but you are, I want to say, somewhere at the top. And you have outgrown a lot of people. You have worked on yourself. You have put on a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of every other resource that you had in order to understand so many things about you. This could be therapy, this could be healing, this could be studying, this could be whatever, and getting some sort of training. So both when we're talking about finances and when we're talking about your internal systems, you have outgrown a lot of things. And you're going to realize there's nothing wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with those people either. You're just different. And the palm needs to grow in certain conditions. So does the Christmas tree. So does an oak tree. There's a reason where some place something survives and in some place something doesn't. And what nurtures one isn't going to nurture another. So this solar and lunar eclipse, this eclipse season of 2026, the power of the fire horse is going to open your eyes up to different possibilities. Where you stop trying to fit in where you don't belong. Where you stop trying to break yourself, where you stop trying to mold yourself, where you stop going against your own inner divine flow. There is this energy of revelation. It's quite interesting the way that you guys are, it's a part of a puzzle. Here you're part of a forest. Here you're looking at the words, finding the ones that you need, the keywords. There are going to be a lot of things that your subconscious mind, that your universe is going to give you as hints. It is going to feel like a little bit of a quest, but it is what it is. You got the magnifying glass, you got the energy, and you got the power, baby. So this is going to feel fantastic because your spiritual team, look at this, they're going to help you so much with the highest dreams, ideas to find success. It's like a lighthouse you didn't see before. A lighthouse you didn't see before. And I want to say it honestly creates a new soul family. It creates a new community. But it might involve you going to different places. Again, look at this. We have the Taurus energy. Prosperity lies ahead. A lot of green. Yeah, let's begin with that. So when we're talking about green, we are of course talking about prosperity, but we're also talking about your heart chakra. And for you, my lovely option number 2, it seems like there's a direct connection to your love life and your prosperity. So when you have the support, when you feel like as part of the community, my God, the heights you can reach, beautiful. And I think this is part of the hidden wisdom that you're going to realize about yourself. That when you're in a good relationship, when you're in a good connection, when you are getting along with your colleagues, you are unstoppable, literally. And here at the bottom of the deck, I have believe in the impossible. We have the blue moon. And I'll tell you what, we will have the blood moon coming through. And don't be scared by the name. Yeah, but we have the blue moon, which is something that happens incredibly rarely, like this eclipse. Yeah, eclipse corridor. So I want to say that there's definitely miracles that are coming through, which put the end to a tough life cycle. Because the Capricorn is coming through and saying, look, for a lot of you, like I said, you're getting out of this energy of struggling by the means of meeting your soul family, whether it's friends or romance. But that's it. The end, the end of the, my God, look at this, so close. You're so close. The end of a very tough cycle approaches. And if some of you, like I said, you were too much, like lost too much in your thoughts, or you were maybe not even connecting with spirituality lately, and this video came to you at the right time. What's coming through is some sort of balance of spirituality and practicality. So you don't live in some sort of dreamland, yeah, but you're also not becoming too skeptical, and you're also not becoming too stuck on the material things. But I do see some sort of miracle over here, yeah. Oh, it's been so hard for you, guys. It's been so hard for you. Look, the amount of pain, not being able to sleep well, insomnia, sleep paralysis, constantly worrying, feeling that your body is not functioning properly. And here comes the sun. Here comes this energy of the sun. And reconnecting, I swear, it's like a certain soul or a group of souls wants to connect with you so much. Because they too are palm trees, or oaks, or Christmas trees. You pick a tree, whichever tree you want to be, guys. Yeah. And here again we have the community, having fun, flirting, going out, dressing up, feeling like you can relax. And it's very interesting. Look, it's as if there were two things that were fighting within you, because we have literally the angel and the devil. We have the priest and the devil. And I almost want to do this and saying, look, they're the same. They are the same. They're all parts of you. It's such a beautiful energy of understanding your shadow aspects and your light aspects. And you're going to go into a deep dive. I'm not going to do this in this reading, but for those of you who understand what it is, you understand what it is. There's this beautiful integration where you don't give yourself a label, but you accept what is yours. And the hidden desires and the hidden whatnots are coming to the surface. And the high priest over here is not saying naughty, naughty, naughty. No, you're an adult. Yeah? You're an adult. You can be very different. But the main thing is you're not fighting with yourself anymore. That's the thing. You're not fighting with yourself anymore. The palm tree is not pretending to be a Christmas tree, and vice versa. Yeah? Maybe you're some sort of beautiful hybrid. Okay. Some of you, you're going to be bringing out this side that's more, I want to say flirtatious, that's more daring, that wants to wear something a little bit more, I don't know, open, bright, something a little bit more you. And here there's this energy of being chosen. You know, for some of you, there's somebody coming from afar and doing some sort of outing. This person chooses you, you choose this person. It's a little bit up in the air, this whole energy. But they're telling me it's as if you're going to see somebody from a different perspective. This could be talking about the person that you know, and this could be talking about a new person whom you're going to see, and the first impression is not going to be too great. I'm going to be honest with you. But then when you get to know them, you're like, okay, I see. So there's definitely some sort of a connection that's coming in over here. And like I said, guys, because this is a general reading, for some of you it's a new person. For others of you, it's somebody who has been watching you for quite some time, but has been broke as hell for quite some time, couldn't afford maybe to come and see you, couldn't afford certain things. But now this person is coming out as having won something, having won a contract, having stood up on his or her feet. So, you know, you'll be deciding. I see for a lot of you, especially if you're single, you're going out on dates, you're weighing all the pros and cons, you're more open to life, to experiencing life. Creating new connections. Like I said, you're finding your soul family, they're finding you. And I know we all want our significant other to come to our door, knock, and say, hey, baby, it's me. But unfortunately, reality works in a slightly different way. So yes, you will have to get out of your house. Yes, you will have to put on something nice. But this solar eclipse and this lunar eclipse brings you the energy where you're actually going to enjoy it. Yeah? You're not going to force yourself to do it. You're going to be excited to do it. And that's the big difference. And if you have lost completely all hope that you ever meet somebody, remember this card from this reading. Remember it. Yeah? This beautiful card. All right, my darling, this is where I'm going to finish your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. And if you're up for a personal one, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. In that same place, you will find the link to my Patreon page with over 250 now. Oh, excuse me. Exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye.